Alright, so here we are. Where are we?
We are in Benson, Arizona.
Arizona. It's getting a little more mountainous as we head west. But it looks like they've been getting rain or something because it's not all dry out here like it normally is. It's nice and green. I know it doesn't maybe look so green to you, but compared to what it normally is, it's really, really brown. It's almost a yellowy green color, like a spring color. It's been a long time since we've been this far out west. It's kind of nice to come back every now and then. I wouldn't want to come every week to the west.
I really come for the In-N-Out burger.
It's pretty spread out here. When you're in the East Coast, going up and down like I-75 or 95, there's always a lot of truck stops, places that you stop. You get out here in the desert and things are a lot more spread out, and you got to plan a lot better. You get stuck in the middle of nowhere with either no fuel or no food or whatever. That's why you always make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food on the truck. You never know when you're going to sit or be away from where you can get to that stuff. We actually have a fuel stop in about 84 miles. We're at a quarter of a tank, so that should be plenty. A quarter of a tank should actually get us about 350 miles. So we'll be fine with that. Speaking of fuel, our fuel tanks, what we have is 2 fuel tanks on the truck. They both hold 100 gallons of fuel. And
tell me more.
I want to see, let's see. I think we're getting about 7 miles to the gallon right now, between 7 and 8. That's what we normally get with these trucks. Doesn't sound like much, but years ago when I first started driving, most trucks were getting around 5 or 6. So they've improved their fuel mileage quite a bit. And every year they seem to get a little better. Today's windy. I think we normally get better fuel mileage than we're getting today, but it's been really windy, so it's a little harder on the truck.
A little bit. Ooh, there's a train. Nothing but little locomotive things through the yellow ones over there.
Wow. That's all engines.
And there's this guy blocking the shop.
But that entire train, that entire thing is all engines.
Plus you can't see over there, but Border Patrol is on top of the train.
Holy crap. Well, he's not on top of the train. He's on top of a hill by the train.
No, there's a guy walking on the top of the trains.
Maybe, but I've never seen that many engines hooked together before. I guess they're taking them somewhere. It's crazy.
Probably to Mexico. Melt them down.
It's hard to say. Melt them down.
Yeah, make new ones. Ooh,
I doubt there's anything wrong
is there a
with them.
chuck station coming?
What?
Ooh, look at this little bird thingy.
Although we're at 291, so we just got into Arizona. No, 291. That's 100. It's usually 390 miles in Arizona. So,
Bird thing. Not much really else to see.
I'm starting to see those cactuses that you see, the typical cactus you see in like books and movies and stuff. They actually grow for hundreds of years.
Hold on. Where do you see these cactuses?
I see the small ones. You gotta look close. You see little small ones on the side. I seen some right back there.
You won't see any because we're going too fast.
Most likely. But those big, tall cactuses that usually have like the arms and they kind of look like people sometimes.
Do you know what they're called?
Starts with an S. I don't remember.
Saguaro cactus.
Saguaro.
Hey, look, they're still all engines.
Yeah. That's a lot of them.
I'm gonna say like 50, 70, maybe 100.
That's crazy. I've just never seen that before. It is so many of them.
Maybe it's like a boneyard.
I don't know. That is totally amazing.
Yep.
They might be just getting ready to redo them or get rid of them and get new ones or something.
They're broke down because half of them are tagged.
Wow.
Ooh, snap.
So anyway, about the cactuses. Whenever you see one of those cactuses and it has a branch that comes off of it, it's not just a straight cactus anymore. They don't actually branch out like that until they're 75 years old or so.
And if you cut one down, it's illegal.
Yeah, they're
highly illegal.
They're protected. They're a protected plant species.
Unlike the mangrove, you can cut the mangrove down.
Well, because it takes so long for them to grow, and with all the development that they've done out here, a lot of them got destroyed, and so they've made them protected. So like if you have a land that you want to put a house on or something, and there's one of those where you want to put the house, you actually have to pay a company to come and relocate it. You can't just cut it down or whatever. It has to be moved.
And when they rot, they turn to petrified wood.
I didn't know. I don't think they turn to petrified wood.
They do.
They're not a tree.
They are a tree. They are part of the petrified wood company. Well, not company, family.
We're gonna have to look that up. You're gonna have to prove that because I don't believe that.
Okay, well.
They're really soft and cellulose. They're not hard. They're not hard like a wood.
Okay, well. It's been 6 minutes, so.
That's what they want to see. They want to see where we're going and what we're doing. They see us every day when we talk. Right.
No, we're still. I just stopped it. And now we're recording again.
Oh, okay. What is that? Like a building on top of that hill over there?
I don't know. I can't see.
Right there.
Right where?
Over there.
It's a house.
Is it a house?
It's over here.
Looks like maybe a mine company or something up there.
It's part of the observatory.
I don't know, but it's right on the tip of that mountain right there. That's cool.
Nobody wants to live out here.
Not really a mountain. I guess that's kind of a hill. There's more of hills through here, but it's beautiful.
Anything
Are
over
you kidding me? That's gorgeous. Look at over there.
Anything over that? I'm saying like, it'd be nice to live out here, but you gotta drive far away.
Oh, it's in the middle of nowhere. That's for sure. You don't really see all that many houses out here, but there are some houses scattered along the base of that hill there, with that big thing on the top of the hill.
I would show you, but you can't see it. Even if I zoom
I'd
in.
love to look at Google and see what that looks like from Google.
There's a riverbed.
But it is absolutely gorgeous out here right now this time of year. With the spring colors. Can't wait to see California. I bet it's amazing this time of year.
California looks the same time every single time we go there.
It is going to be so lush and green because I don't think they have a drought anymore. They were under a drought for a while.
Northern California's not under a drought. Southern California, where we're going, is under a drought.
Still?
Yeah, still.
Well, we'll find out. Check out this thing on the back of this tanker right here.
Yeah. It's a sports tanker.
What is that thing? Is that a mascot for some team?
It is. I would tell you, but I don't know what it is.
Is it Alabama maybe?
No, Alabama's a.
You know, it's got an A on it. So
it's probably Arizona.
maybe it's something to do with Arizona, yeah. That would make sense. We're in Arizona.
Tractors, lots of tractors.
Alright.
Okay.
We took Interstate 8 to go around Phoenix. We stopped in here in Gila Bend. They have these crazy looking dinosaurs, like metal. They're all rusty. They're so cool. I thought you guys would enjoy seeing these things, because I think they're cool. Look at that thing. I wouldn't know what the name of these different dinosaurs are.
That's a brontosaurus, that's a triceratops, and that's a T-Rex.
Yep, T-Rex, that's true. Triceratops. What'd you say that was? A brontosaurus? That looks like Dino from the Flintstones. There's more out front. This is a shell station here. And it's really windy, so if that's all you hear is wind, I apologize. We were able to skip Phoenix by taking this Interstate 8 over here, and then we take Highway 85 back up to 10 on the other side of Phoenix, the west side. This is a big old lizard that they got here. They painted this one. This is really cool.
It's a saguaro cactus.
And these are the cactuses that we're talking about. Now, what Jake was talking about earlier with the petrified is people mistake the old dried up stuff for petrified wood. That's a big one, Jake. It's really big. Holy crap.
Look at it.
Well, they say it's when it rots and dries up, it's like a wood. So, I don't know. You be the judge. It is very hard though, like a tree. I don't think that's probably the closest I've ever got. There's different kinds of cactuses in pots, and then there's other dinosaurs we'll go look at. Oh, there's like Indians on horses over there. That's gonna be cool. We're gonna look at those in a minute.
Yeah, Mama got it out.
Right.
See how the balloon's across the street?
Some kind of cool looking cactus. Looks like some sort of weapon. Maybe an apple or something like that. This one's cool. Got a lot of new growth on it. See the little baby cactuses. This one's beautiful. Look at those purple flowers. That is amazing. Alright. I don't know what those look like, fish almost. Shaped like a beard, like a fish. The sun's going to kind of make them look like shadows, unfortunately. It's kind of cool. We would go around the backside. Not sure how they'll look like that. I guess you can see them better, that's for sure. It's kind of hard sometimes to film things and you be able to see them as well as it is in real life. Some really cool old tractors here too. That's really neat. It says a McCormick Deering tractor. A W30. Wow. And this is an old John Deere right here. Look at that thing. This seat way back here in the back. Big old steering wheel. We used to drive these things around. And they got these horses that are called End of the Trail. One of them's for sale and the other says it's been sold. You know what? $1,795 for these big Indians selling horses though. They're beautiful. Another little dinosaur in the back. But that is amazing. Somebody's very talented to make these things. Well, if you had a garden or wanted to decorate your yard, there's a lot of cool stuff you could put. I'm loving the little donkeys. Those are awesome. A lot of little small stuff up here. So neat. That one's broken. And then they just have a massive amount of these little statues. Horses and the dinosaurs. Just amazing how many things they got. They even have the sugar skulls over here. Look at this bird just in the middle of the walkway in the way. We're gonna move them. Get over here. Oh. He rocks. And here's all these sugar skulls here. Wow. And the little things you put your spoon on when you're cooking. It's unbelievable. All of this stuff they got here. All these big sculpture flowers. Look at that. It's amazing. Dinosaurs in the mix there. What is this guy? This guy like a... This dude's like a sort of... That's a dragon right here. Cowboy
I thought you were talking to me.
Look at all these little rocks. These are like, oh, these are like sculptures made of concrete. Little ladybugs on this thing. Thing spins around. Sculptures up here too. We've got these chimney things, little welcome bears, sort of endless kind of crap you can buy for the house. So as luck would have it, I was able to get to this rest area and stop just in time to let you see the sun go down here in West Arizona. We'll be to the California border in about 50 miles. What a gorgeous sunset. Maybe the end of the day, but it's not the end of our adventure. About 175 miles past the border, we go and make our delivery about 6 a.m. tomorrow morning in California. Hope you enjoyed your day with us and the beauty of the desert that we were able to bring to you. I hope that you make every day an adventure and dream big. We'll see you next time.